How's it going, everyone? Welcome to the stream. I'm just going to tweet this out as normal. We're watching Traore. Hopefully the Wi-Fi holds up because it's been weird today. Yeah, if the Wi-Fi is just cooked, then we'll see how it is. Looks fine on my end. Thank you, pal. I really appreciate the dollar. Thanks so much. Really appreciate that, Robbie. Hopefully, hopefully the film is actually working. But yeah, watching Traore, his most recent game, draws a foul there. But yeah, let's keep watching this Traore game. I think he had 20 in this game. I don't remember exactly what the box score was, but a couple really impressive games in a row for him. His 27-point game where he shot 10 threes was awesome. That was so good. I hope he continues to take a bunch of threes because his confidence in the jumper is certainly going to be a swing skill for Nolan, at least in terms of his projection, right? If he's confidently taking threes, and that's a very nice thing. His defense has been really good so far in the French league, which has been kind of a nice surprise, honestly, of how impactful he's been on that end, at least in the games that I've watched so far, which I think I've actually watched all of them so far, except for this one, obviously. Nice little pick and roll pocket pass right there. Basic stuff, nothing crazy, but good to see Traore making the basic decisions that sometimes can be a struggle for him and for a lot of young guards as well. So definitely curious. I'm pretty sure that's Chris Clemens, which is amazing. That's so awesome. I love Chris Clemens, man. I wanted him to make it in the league so bad. Wasn't going to happen, unfortunately, just because of, small guard. But hey, he is extremely talented for any player, let alone his size. I think that's Chris Clemens right here. Yeah. Nice simple pass there as well. Just basic decisions again. Yeah. Nothing crazy, but easy, basic passes. Pretty nice. Is that a steal too? Nice. Great hands here. Actually, did he poke this out? No, I think the guy just lost his handle. But anyways, Traore's on-ball defense has been quite nice. Seriously, dude, you should go to watch Traore. That would be sick. I would love to do that. I've always said it seems like it seems sick to be like an international scout, just like get to travel and watch a bunch of hoops. I'm sure there would be plenty of downsides to that, but like any job, but seems pretty cool regardless. Great pass again. Just look, easy, simple. This is a ridiculous screen. Just simple. Good job, like altering his position right here to deliver that ball. It's been a Traore pick and roll clinic early in this quarter. He's been so impressive to me. Even in the games where he wasn't scoring particularly well, there was enough good stuff to make me encouraged. And then just like obviously so early in the season, but very good returns at the moment for Traore. Nice. Another just easy, again, moving screen, but so many easy plays. And none of these are like tight window passes or crazy like live dribble stuff. But for someone with Traore's athletic gifts, sometimes as long as he can do the basic stuff. Sometimes that's enough to be a really damn good point guard, and I think Traore is doing a good job of that right now. Another pick and roll here. Let's see what they do. Wish he shot that. I mean, I think even, though despite Traore's hot shooting games, teams are going to go under him all season, I assume, and just dare him to shoot. And I really hope he continues to take those threes against under, regardless if he, makes them. I hope he can have a game where he's like 0 for 6 or something from three and doesn't stop shooting just because he's not making them. Because I think that'll tell you something about his level of potential shooting in the future. Good pass right there. Nothing crazy. Just executing the play there. Good job right there. St. Quentin runs some fun offense. They run a lot of good action. They get Traore moving off the ball quite a bit, which definitely helps him out at this stage. But also, I think just credit for good defense. Ooh, it's a little lob pass right there. Definitely a risky play into traffic there, but I think that the pacing here is nice. Probably should have skipped it to the corner, but ultimately got through there. Really impressive playmaking game so far from Traore. Let's see what we got now. Full court pressure now coming. Let's see how he handles it. Looks like good so far. There we go. There we go. That's not a good shot. It's a good attempt. It's just not a very good, not a good result. But this is what I want. Defense goes under. I need Traore pulling that, even if he's missing bad some of these times, because that's going to be super helpful for him long term. So good to see Traore pull against the under right there. Another assist, another potential assist. Like basic pick and roll play. So yeah, I mean, I don't think Traore is like a special passer or anything, but I think he's going to be more than good enough for his role. Yeah, Traore going to Gonzaga would have been so awesome. That would have been really cool. I do also think staying in Europe though is good for him, just because that's definitely the highest level of competition he's going to be able to play, and I think NBA teams are very much going to notice him playing the way he is playing against a pretty damn good pro league, right? I mean, the number one pick from last year, Risa Share, played in this league, right? And I think Traore has a chance to be a better player at the same stage just because, I don't know, he's just a more talented prospect. Obviously, very different players, but yeah, I think playing in overseas league is for sure going to help Traore. Blowing and dribbling. What's up here? So definitely wish he was more comfortable passing with his left. Like he'll come off these side pick and rolls. I just want to see Traore hit a better timed pass there. They're certainly going to be. I think the Fox comp is good. Yeah, I actually do like that quite a bit. I think I made that comp in my Traore video. I don't remember actually, but I can go back and check. I think that's a good comp broadly. It's not like perfect or anything because Fox had like the amazing floater too, always, which was a big boost for him. But I think Traore is probably already a little further along as like an off dribble 3-point shooter. And as I definitely think, oh, beautiful pull up midi. Definitely a better defender, I think, than Fox was at this stage as well. But yeah, same kind of idea, right? With just the unbelievable burst, very strong hand dominant players who ended up figuring a lot of stuff out. But yeah, I think they're probably similar level prospects. Traore maybe a little better passer as well. But yeah, I think like that kind of vibe. It's like these really explosive guards who have enough other skills but still have plenty of room to grow as shooters and playmakers and intermediate scorers. And of course, Fox is a massively different player than he was in college and as a rookie, as many players are. But Fox has developed a lot, and I do think that's kind of a pathway Traore could kind of look to follow. Another guy who wasn't a great shooter, right, and had a lot of questions, but ended up making his outlier physical tools and great touch work. Again, I think Traore's touch is pretty good. I don't think it's Fox's level because he was just like an awesome touch guy in college, but Traore's touch I think is plenty good enough. Let's see what they got here. Isolation doesn't create much separation here. I don't really. Probably would have preferred he attacked the top foot here and tried to cross back to the middle. But I also get just going for the kick out there, and it looks like he ends up getting a decent look. But Traore has basically been invisible in this half on defense, for better or for worse, though. He hasn't necessarily made a bad play, had bad moments, but he also hasn't done anything, which I think is better than the alternative of making bad plays on defense. It's like, yeah. I'm currently drafting for a dynasty league, a new basketball dynasty league, 10 teams, I think point scoring. I had the turn and I was able to get Tatum and Chet, which I am extremely geeked up about. I think that is about as good of an outcome as I can ask for at the 10-11 turn, in terms of just like real life and fantasy. And Traore, corner three. There we go. Like to see him attempting those shots. Traore. But yeah, I really enjoy the French like announcers. I was trying to learn a little French last year, and I would listen to the French commentators live, which was, I don't know how much I actually got out of that, but it was definitely fun. It's a difficult language, but anyways, let's see. We got Traore moving off the ball here. Beautiful, perfect timing here on this play. Perfect timing. I mean, he is so good off these, and I definitely have from a standstill, he's not as good, but these like empty side pick and rolls, great job like waiting an extra beat to hold this defender, throwing the lob. So really good stuff there. 7 years straight of French, can only say my name and age. Yeah. I'm pretty good at picking up languages, but French was definitely tough. But I know enough I learned enough to the point. I don't remember. I lost a lot of it, but I remember enough to the point where I learned enough to the point where I was content with my effort. Traore, early offense. Draws a foul. Yeah, this has been a great Traore game. Not as dominant maybe as the last game he played. I don't remember who it was against. I think it was like a Euro Cup game. I don't think it was a French League game. This is a French League game, though. Yeah, his last game where he shot 10 threes was so good. And like I said, I really like excuse me. I really enjoy watching St. Quentin play. Like they ran a ton of good stuff for what's his name? Ajinsa. That's what I was thinking of. That they ran a lot of good stuff for Ajinsa last year. Um, and they're running plenty of good stuff for Traore as well, which I'm happy to see. Just like really good basic actions, using their players well. It's a good environment for Traore to develop in. I think it's certainly the right decision that he stayed. Even though Traore in college basketball would have been very cool, but hey, college basketball has enough insanely good players coming in. Like you get Kasparis, there's your Euro guard who's going to play in college, which I think is going to go quite well, honestly. Chris Clemens bucket, we love to see it. There we go. Pull up mini. Kind of wish he was maybe a little more decisive in taking this shot, right? But anyways, good job dealing with pressure there. Shakes his defender. Probably the right idea not to pass the ball there and just to take the little mid-range jumper. But yeah, shots not falling, but still I think the process so far for him has been really good, which is the main thing that I'm really looking at this point with Traore. Ooh, Chris Clemens. Chris Clemens. What a goat. Oh my God. He was so much fun in college, man. I miss Chris Clemens. I miss Chris Clemens. He ain't dead or anything. He's just playing in France now. I think it's like the first pick and roll ball handler defensive possession for Traore. And he kind of gets cooked here. Looks like, did he step on his? He just like slipped there. Still able to get a decent contest though. Like his on ball defense has been quite good so far. Really, really impressive defensive player, which is, again, not something I necessarily expected coming into the season for him, but we'll take it. End of the quarter. Nice. Really nice play. Paint touch. Hangs in the air, passes over the top. Really good work for Traore again. Just like, yeah, that was a really, really impressive first half for him. Really good first half for Traore. Like basic play. But yeah, they're really not making Traore defend the ball. And of course, they don't have him on their primary guy, which, like, it would be cool if they had Traore guard Clemens more, honestly, in this game. Excuse me. Anything intriguing rookie wise you picked up on the preseason? I didn't watch any preseason basically. The only thing I watched was like a little bit of Lakers for a video that I did that is up on the channel that you should watch if you'd like. And Connect is going to be awesome. I mean, that was such a great fit for him. Like, I love that landing spot. Obviously, I think he fell a little far. Traore going against Under. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's his third 3-point attempt of the game. That's what we need to see. But yeah, Connect is going to be so sick. I mean, I wasn't even like the biggest Connect fan relative to like consensus, but like even to me, he fell way too far. Like he should have gone earlier. And Lakers are a great spot for him. I think JJ being like a former amazing movement shooter. Oh my goodness, Traore's cooking. Yeah, beautiful pass. Little manipulation there. Like, man, this has been a stellar performance for Mr. Nolan. Yeah, I saw AJ Mitchell. I'm very happy for AJ and Dylan, my goats. But yeah, I think Connect's gonna be awesome. Seems like JJ is gonna use him in a variety of ways, and he's just gonna be a damn good offensive player. I feel like Connect though is it was like, yeah, Connect might never be a star, but like he is gonna be a damn good player. Modest, yeah, I should probably go back and catch some of the rookie stuff from the preseason if I have time. I unfortunately just am quite busy these days with a lot of the other basketball stuff I'm doing, which is, partly for this channel. I'm also writing a lot of high school stuff and other NBA preview stuff. But yeah, where looked good, that's good. I literally don't think I saw. Oh, beautiful finish. I don't think I saw anything about Ware, but he was awesome in summer league. I got to catch Ware. I got to catch Ware live a couple times this summer in Vegas, which was awesome. He looked amazing. As I said, and as I think a lot of us collectively said on draft night, that was that was a hell of a pick. I was really high on Ware. Obviously, I had him in my top 10 pretty clearly. But Miami is like the most perfect landing spot for him, and I'm very happy that he ended up there. Oh my goodness, Chris Clemens. Oh my goodness. If y'all aren't familiar with Chris Clemens, I would highly recommend you go look up his highlights at Campbell and just like go watch just go watch his Campbell highlights. Another Clemens moment. Split easy. Oh my goodness, he's so sick. I love Campbell, man. He's one of those guys that if he was 6'1", like he'd be in the NBA today. He really would be. But he's 5'7", probably, or 5'8", which is bang. I think that's Traore's 4th 3-point attempt of the game. That's what I wanted to see. So he's doing what I wanted. Oh, there we go. Traore and Clemens. That's great defense. I mean, that's Chris Clemens doing Chris Clemens things. And Traore probably bit a little bit here on this rip move. Let me see. Yeah, he definitely bit there a little bit, but able to recover, use his size to contest. Like Chris Clemens is Chris Clemens. Chris Clemens is gonna do. Need Ware to fail so he leaves the Heat in their satanic regime. Yeah, the Heat devil magic is going to work wonders for. Yes, unfortunately, going to do magical things for Khalil Ware. I mean, not unfortunately for him, because I like Ware and I hope he succeeds. But yeah, I mean, as a fellow Eastern Conference supporter, but Traore, finishing is really good. Finishing has been a big issue for Traore, but I love him using the power here. Still probably picks the ball up a little early, but again, good finishes through traffic. Very, very much still like right-hand dominant driving, but hey, if it works, it works. You know what I mean? But Clemens, little fadeaway. Yeah, he definitely did get I think some of the Oregon stuff probably carried with him. And even in Indiana, I think there were some like credible motor and like awareness concerns. Like I think that was real. And those concerns are, oh my goodness, Traore is pulling, he's chucking. I love to see it. Oh my goodness. Let's go. But yeah, point being, I think some of the like awareness and focus stuff was still present at Indiana. Like it definitely didn't just go away, but it was certainly less noticeable. And obviously Ware was just a lot better. Great job on Clemens there again. Chasing around the screen. Very large guy. Simple play. Traore looking what college program is the most? Oh man, so obviously Duke and Rutgers, like those are going to be great. Illinois is going to be fantastic because of Kasparis and Riley. UConn's going to be fun as always. Who else do I like? It's a good question. Iowa State's going to be awesome with Millen, Taman Lipsey, and Joshua Jefferson transfer from St. Mary's, who I really like as well. So that team's going to be awesome. Let's see what we got. Try left hand. There we go. You can definitely see though, like with Traore, he's just not as comfortable. Like his touch with the left is just not as good. Like he just isn't able to get the ball up exactly where it needs to be. But hey, draws a foul there, and you can see the speed and the advantage creation. Like ends up creating a nice advantage there downhill. But yeah, I am certainly excited. I'm not a huge college basketball fan. It's like just in general, just not my not my preferred product. Like I much prefer NBA ball and like international ball and even like high school ball. I think is generally more fun for me than just your average college game. But of course, there's just going to be so many interesting prospects, unlike last year, really. Of course, but it's going to be good. Traore. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. I fucking love this guy. Yeah, I mean, I obviously want Traore to make this shot, but just burns this defender from a standstill with the first step. Uses his frame to put him in jail. Gets a decent look at a floater. Like he is, man, he's looking really special in a game like this. He is looking really special in a game like this. Which is great to see. This is probably his best offensive game of, I think, honestly. Probably even better than the 27-point game. Because there were a decent amount of offensive miscues in that game. He just like hit a bunch of threes. But in this one, I feel like there's been fewer offensive errors, and it's just a lot of another pull-up mid-range. And it's just a lot of like really good, solid plays. And look at Traore picking up on defense too. He's so quick laterally. Like it is just really hard to score on him. I think they probably got him for a foul there, but yeah, he's awesome. But I would love to see Traore in person. That would be awesome. Yeah, I think Rutgers isn't going to be good this year. Like I feel like a lot of people think Rutgers are going to be good this year because of their talent. Outside of Ace and Dylan, that roster is not very good. And as you said, and yeah, I think Dylan I would expect to be like absurd immediately, but I think Ace like certainly a chance that Ace comes in and like he's just making all the shots and looks awesome and is settling in on defense. Certainly that's possible. I wouldn't shock me at all. But also a world for Ace where he takes a little bit of time to adjust. And another pull up three. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, this is fun. I'm having a lot of fun watching this game. Beautiful. Beautiful. But yeah, I don't know. I think Rutgers are going to be fun to watch regardless, even if they're not good. They're going to be a high variance team. I'll say that. I'm sure they're going to have nights where they look like a legit tournament team, and I'm sure they're going to have nights where they look like one of the worst teams in the conference. Like that's kind of how these young prospect led teams often go in college basketball, even if the prospects themselves are really good and end up being good players. Just kind of how the sport works, right? But I'm still very excited regardless. Traore. Another pull-up three? Oh my god. Yeah, this is just a beautiful performance from Traore. So many pull-up threes. I need to pull this the box scores. Why Rutgers? What? Oh, we're just talking about teams that I'm excited to watch next year. And I just mentioned Rutgers. Yes. So that's the context there. Is we're just I was just mentioning teams. Yeah, Ace's style is certainly not my cup of tea. Even if I do acknowledge he's a good prospect, and I like just some people prefer the way that he plays to me. I certainly agree that I prefer to watch Harper, but even if Ace is really good, I mean that doesn't mean you have to like watching him. I mean you can appreciate a player for being good, even if they're not necessarily your favorite type of player, which is how I am with a lot of players. But that's okay. But yeah, I feel pretty good about having Traore and Harper 2-3 heading into the cycle. And honestly, I really do think Kasparis is in that group. Like Do you think he's that level of guard prospect? But yeah, definitely Traore, Harper. Yeah, all good. We were just talking about college programs because while watching this Traore masterclass, does get beat here. He's gotten beaten a couple times on the ball. His footwork and like technique and stuff aren't certainly not perfect. You know, I think Traore is like the 6th or 5th youngest player in the class. I can actually pull that up right now. Okay, so yeah, oldest. So yeah, he is the. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He is, I believe, about the 9th youngest player in the class, which is pretty incredible. He's gonna be just 19 on draft night, which is awesome, right? There's a lot of really good young prospects in this class. Like I think the youngest prospect is a Sangwe. No one convinced me Embiid dropping around like a fish out of water is good. Another pull up 3. Why not? Yeah, this was a phenomenal showing from Mr. Nolan Traore. It's a really impressive game. All it is. Another just getting to nice stat padding there. I respect the stat patter. Yeah, really impressive. Where am I reading that age list? I have it logged on one of my own docs. I had to do it myself because I do wish there was like a publicly available way to just like sort prospects by age, but I can tell you right now, the players in order, the youngest players in the draft in order of youngest to older. The youngest is Asenge and then Cooper. They're like basically the same age. And then Malawash, Darian Reed, Ace Bailey, Boogie Fland, and Rocco Zakarski. Those are all the prospects who are going to be 18 on draft night. And then the next youngest are Yakachonis, Traore, Ben Saroff, Dink Pate, Igor Demine, Trey Johnson, Dylan Harper, and then a bunch of other guys. So, I don't on the impact tracking stuff that I've posted on my Twitter. Those have the ages. So if you just like search like impact and then my name on Twitter, you should probably be able to find them. And those have the draft ages on, and I have their draft ages on that. So that's where you could find that. Tankathon also has a bunch of draft ages, though I think not all of those are correct. But yeah, you can find some of that on my Twitter. And then the oldest Tyon Grant Foster is going to be 25 on draft night, which is crazy. Obviously he's had a bunch of he's had issues, but that's crazy. And then Jameer Watkins is 24. Coleman Hawkins is going to be 23. Nate Clifford, Mark Sears, Cam Jones, Peyton Samford, all old prospects. But yeah, top prospects are really young. That's part of why they're good. Yeah, I'm probably going to end the stream off in a sec, but thoughts on Asenge? Not my favorite prospect personally. I worry a lot about the offense, and I think his defense is good, but it's not like special or anything. Just like I mean, at some point, it was like a really young player with great movement skills and tools is certainly worth a flyer. But I'm not really into him as like a top 20, or I'm not even sold on him as a first round guy. Just because I think he's really far away on, like, I just don't see how he survives on the offensive end. Like, I don't think he's a center on defense. He is very, very large. I mean, he might be part-time center size, but I don't think he's center level, like skill or rim protection or anything like that. But he does some interesting stuff, and I think he's worth a bet at some point. Do people? I haven't seen anybody talk about Baba Miller in forever. To be perfectly honest, where's he playing again this year? He's playing at Florida Atlantic, right? Okay. I mean, I kind of like Baba. I kind of like Miller. Like, I think he's somewhat intriguing, just with like the size and some of like the movement skills, and he's had like some pretty great moments on the defensive end, but yeah, I'm not necessarily like betting on what's his name to on Baba to like break out or anything, but still gets mocked top 40. Did he get mocked that high in Gavoni's? My favorite older prospects in previous drafts. Yeah, I feel like Baba is a little forgettable. uh, he's solid. Who is my favorite older prospects in last year's draft? That's a good question. I guess obviously like Dylan Jones, right? Dylan Jones, KJ Simpson, I loved in 2023. Who did I like in 2023? It's been so long since I've thought about the 2023 draft. Let me go find my stuff from that draft. Who did I like? Old guys. Pachemski. Yeah, that's the obvious one. But yeah, I think I'm gonna head out anyways. Thanks everyone for being in the stream. Great Traore game. Hope y'all enjoyed it. So have a good day.